Good evening. The inclusivity approach practiced by the Sarawak government continues to strengthen the values of unity and harmony among the multiracial society in the state through the recognition and support of major celebrations for the people of Sarawak. The Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Datuk Abang Openg said this approach enables government aid and contributions to be distributed comprehensively without marginalising any party.
Selalunya kita menyerahkan sumbangsih untuk raya, dan tahun ini alhamdulillah kita panjangkan juga kepada kaum masyarakat kita yang merayakan Hari Tahun Baru Cina dan juga Gawai Dayak pada tahun ini. Syabas dan tahniah kepada Menteri dan rakan-rakan. Ini adalah satu pendekatan inclusivity kita, di mana kita mengiktirafkan perayaan Tonggak Tiga ini. Dan sudah tentu pada hari gembira ini, rakan-rakan kita, khususnya pasukan beruniform, tentunya bertugas juga pada hari perayaan.
He said this while speaking during the symbolic presentation ceremony for the 2026 Gawai Dayak contributions at the Sarawak Legislative Assembly Dun Complex, Kuching on Thursday. According to him, the provision of such contributions not only appreciates the sacrifices of frontline workers, but also ignites the atmosphere of harmony and the well-being of the people of Sarawak. National Geographic Learning has expressed support for the Sarawak government's initiatives in advancing green education and climate change awareness. National Geographic Learning Senior Director and Regional Head for Asia, Michael Cahill, said the organisation will focus on STEM education, technology and environmental sustainability initiatives in the state. According to him, the organisation is currently collaborating with educators and communities throughout Sarawak to raise awareness on climate change, sustainability and green education.
At National Geographic Learning, our mission is to bring the world to classrooms and to communities across Sarawak. We also want to bring Sarawak to the world. We've invited the Premier to visit us at our headquarters in the United States, as well as to visit us in China, where we can share the Sarawak story and all the success that the Sarawak government has had to promote climate change awareness and sustainability.
He said this when met by reporters after paying a courtesy call on the Sarawak Premier on Thursday. Michael added that the organisation has also invited Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari to visit National Geographic Learning headquarters in the United States and China to share Sarawak's success stories in promoting climate change awareness and sustainability. The Sarawak Dun unanimously passed the Supplementary Supply 2026 bill amounting to 1.323 billion ringgit to strengthen the state's development agenda, public welfare and the implementation of various strategic government initiatives. The bill was tabled by Sarawak Deputy Premier and Second Minister for Finance and New Economy, Dato' Ahmad Douglas Ugah Embas, to cover additional requirements for ministries and departments under the first Supplementary Ordinary Expenditure Estimates 2026. Dato' Ahmad Douglas Ugah stated that of the total amount, 1 billion ringgit is allocated to the Sarawak State Financial Secretary's Office as a contribution to the statutory fund to cover state development expenditure.
A sum of ringgit Malaysia 188 million is required by the Ministry of Authorities and Telecommunication for provision of 25% discount on electricity bill for domestic consumer as a measure to ease the impact of the rising costs of living resulting from the ongoing conflict in the Middle East.
According to him, a sum of 90 million ringgit is required by the Sarawak Premier's Department, including 40 million ringgit to cover the revision of allowances for village chiefs and village development and security committees, JKKK, approved by the Cabinet on 18 November 2025. He noted that the remaining 50 million ringgit is allocated for the rental of government office buildings. Additionally, 20 million ringgit is allocated to the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Entrepreneur Development for the preparation and participation of the Sarawak contingent in the 2026 Malaysia Games, SUKMA 22 in Selangor. Meanwhile, the Sarawak Social Welfare Department received 12 million ringgit for the preparation and participation in the 2026 Para Sukma 22 in Selangor. Sarawak is set to strengthen its position as a regional hub for sustainable development and ESG practices when it hosts the first international conference on social impact assessment (SIA) in Malaysia and ASEAN through the Social Impact Assessment Conference and Exhibition 2026 SIAC 2026. The conference, scheduled to take place from 23rd to 25th November at Pullman Hotel Kuching, is expected to gather international experts, policymakers, industry players and academic institutions in advancing the agenda of inclusive and sustainable development in the region. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan said the conference is organised by the Land Custody and Development Authority (LCDA) in collaboration with the Ministry of Natural Resources and Urban Development Sarawak (MUDN) in conjunction with LCDA's 45th anniversary. According to him, the conference, which will be officiated by Dato' Patinggi Abang Zohari on 24th November, will serve as an important platform in strengthening inclusive and sustainable development in the region.
SIAC 2026 is the first major and comprehensive multi-day international conference and exhibition dedicated specifically to social impact assessment in Malaysia and also in ASEAN region. The theme of the conference is from policy to practice, advancing inclusive and sustainable development through social impact assessment.
Elaborating further, Dato' Amar Awang Tengah added that the organisation of SIAC 2026 reflects the active role of LCDA and MUDN in promoting sustainable and socially responsible development in Sarawak, particularly through urban renewal, land development and community engagement initiatives. The Sarawak government has fulfilled its commitment to recognising the role of media practitioners by channeling special incentive contributions totaling 317,800 ringgit to 6 registered media associations in the state. Deputy Minister in the Sarawak Premier's Department, Corporate Affairs, Information and UKAS, Dato' Abdullah Saidol, said the special assistance was not originally part of the government's initial planning, nor tabled during the previous budget speech. According to him, the special incentive was personally announced by Dato' Patinggi Abang Zohari during his winding-up speech at the third meeting for the fourth term of the 19th Sarawak Legislative Assembly, DUN. Dato' Abdullah explained that the proposal was made as a gesture of appreciation for the significant contribution of the media practitioners from both private and state media organisations in disseminating government information to the public.
Sebab bantuan ini tidak ada langsung dalam senarai perkara-perkara yang diumumkan oleh Premier semasa persidangan Dewan tersebut. It's not even in his original budget speech. So hanya di ujung ucapan beliau hanya mengumumkan what they call it, bonus kepada warga Perkhidmatan Awam, baik dia state ataupun federal. Cumanya we make some effort, kami warga KAS put some effort, try our luck lah kalau tadi. Dan 2-3 hari sebelum ucapan pengurungan oleh Yang Berhormat Premier, we put up a memo kepada Premier, and kalau dapat, kalau tak dapat pun tak apa, because it was not in the original plan.
The incentive reflected the Premier of Sarawak's continued appreciation for the vital role played by the media practitioners as strategic partners of the government in delivering accurate information to society. Overall, the assistance involved 454 members from the 6 registered media associations in Sarawak. A total of 339 identity document applications involving the Bukit Semuja constituency, which includes the Serian and Siburan districts, have been processed to the Special Task Force PPK to address citizen documentation issues in Sarawak. Sarawak Minister for Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Datuk Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, stated that out of that total, 84 applications have been approved and the applications will be issued identity documents.
Khas ataupun PPK yang dipengerusikan bersama oleh Yang Amat Berhormat Premier Sarawak dan Yang Berhormat Menteri Dalam Negeri Malaysia pada 20 hari bulan Januari 2026 telah meluluskan sejumlah 5,776 permohonan daripada 13,224 permohonan pelbagai dokumen pengenalan diri daripada seluruh bahagian di Sarawak.
He, who is also Asajaya Assemblyman, noted that the Sarawak government remains committed to helping resolve citizen documentation issues through close cooperation with the federal government via the implementation of the PPK. He also emphasized that every application must undergo a detailed review and investigation process to ensure the applicant's eligibility before an identity document is issued. The Touching Hearts, Shaping Minds appreciation ceremony was held to honour Sarawak para-athletes, non-governmental organisation NGOs assisting the public as well as strategic partners and disaster relief volunteers at the leading hotel here on Wednesday. Minister for Women, Early Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development, Datuk Sri Fatimah Abdullah, said the ceremony was organised to celebrate para-athletes who have successfully brought pride to Sarawak and the nation. She added that the event also recognised NGOs, individuals, strategic partners and disaster volunteers who have worked tirelessly to assist various communities regardless of race and religion for the collective well-being of society.
Jadi untuk itu bagi pihak Kerajaan Sarawak, kami di Kementerian ingin mengucapkan terima kasih, kamsia, terima kasih tahun keladi. Thank you for touching the hearts of many Sarawakians and shaping their minds and making changes, positive changes in the lives of those recipients, and making them understand that they are not alone, that we as Sarawakians, we care for them. Makasih sekali lagi, thank you for touching so many hearts, so many hearts of Sarawakians, shaping their minds, community as well as the whole of Sarawak. Memberi makna kepada kehidupan mereka, kehidupan yang lebih bermaruah dan juga berdignity.
She said in her speech at the event, which was graced by wife of the Sarawak Governor, Toh Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauziah Muhammad Sanusi. During the ceremony, Toh Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauziah together with Datuk Sri Fatimah presented certificates and plaques of appreciation to 50 strategic partners of the Sarawak Social Welfare Department's Disaster Relief Management Partners. And that's the English edition with me, Melinda Peter. More news can be found in our official portal ukas.sarawak.gov.my and social media platforms including Facebook and YouTube. We conclude tonight's UKAS Bulletin with displays from the 4th day of the Sarawak Dun sitting in Kuching on Thursday. #Saluran Informasi Rakyat. Have a good night.